Okay, on this video, I'm super pumped because I did a textured paint that looks like cement. And at first, once I got all the pieces done, I was super nervous because I didn't know if I liked it, but I ended up loving almost I liked all the pieces, but there were a few that were my stinking favorite. My name is Ashley. If this is your first time here, I do thrift hauls and thrift flips. So on this one, we're doing a thrift flip where I take multiple pieces at one time and I flip them all. If I have multiple pieces that I'm gonna do something similar to, I try to do them all at the same time. So then I'm not getting stuff set up for one piece, but instead I'm getting something set up for a bunch of pieces at one time. It makes things so much easier. Y'all keep watching and I'll see you at the end of the video. Bye. Okay, so this is the chalk paint that I'm using. I can't remember which one I put out in that first picture, but I am mixing this up, adding the baking soda. I did not measure this out. I pretty much just mix until I get to the texture that I'm gonna want. And I've measured before, but on this particular project, I did not. I just started mixing until I got to the amount that I wanted. And I end up, at the beginning, I start to put in a gray paint, but it wasn't dark enough. So I ended up having to get a black acrylic paint to add to this to darken it up to get to that gray that I wanted. Also, you can use any paint for this. It does not have to be chalk paint. So here, that's the color. It turned out so pretty. I love it. Here is that vase. At the end, I'm gonna, I think, tell you this was one of my favorites, this vase, once I get it done and get all the pieces going. So when you first start doing this, you only want to put on a light coat. You do not want to glob it on. Just put on a thin first coat and it will be good. And then you're gonna let it dry after that. One thing I did not do with these pieces is I did not put anything under the paint. So I think on my next projects that I do with this textured paint, I think I'm going to spray it with a Rust-Oleum clear coat to put a protective base on. I've never done that before, but I did notice on some of my pieces that they seem to, if I hit it on something, it chipped a little too easy. So on my next projects like this, I'm going to try putting a base coat of like a clear protective, like a spray paint, like Rust-Oleum matte or something. And I'm going to see if that helps it. They all turned out really good. And I did put a clear coat over the top at the end, but I'll go over that more later. So right here on all these pieces, like I said, I just grabbed all the ones that I was going to do similar. And I just started putting on their first coat, and then I let them dry, thoroughly dry, and then I go back in and do a second coat. 2 coats should be plenty. This stuff covers so good. So 2 coats and you're done. If you feel like you need a third coat, go ahead and do it. But all I did was 2 coats on these. Again, that vase or that picture is my favorite. I also didn't get a picture of that bread pan, and it turned out so cute. I ended up putting some little wood feet on it. I wish I would have gotten a picture of it, but I didn't, so I'm kind of bummed. I got to get better about taking pictures of each individual piece, especially if I'm going to be putting them in a video. But I'm going over again, like I said, with a second coat. And on that vase, I ended up going down inside of it as far as I could. At first I wasn't going to, but I thought it looked weird not painting at least down to as far as I could. And on all the other pieces, I did paint inside of them. Okay, so real quick, I have been doing the textured paint on these and I love how it turned out, but I'm wanting it to look more like concrete instead of just gray textured paint. So I went over this with this Waverly Wax in white, but it's more of like a cream than white. And I'm not a big fan of the color. It just looks too yellow. So what I have is clear Waverly Wax with a little bit of white paint, acrylic paint, and I'm mixing those together, and then I'm gonna put it on these and wipe it off. So what I do is just get my chip brush and go all over the whole thing, and then I get my paper towel and I just dab it off. That's what y'all are about to watch me do, and hopefully they turn out how I like, or how I'm thinking I want them to turn out, because I have 2, 4, 6 more pieces, and if I just painted these all with textured gray paint and it doesn't turn out good, I'm gonna be kind of sad. So anyways, y'all keep watching. Y'all are about to see me put on the clear wax with white paint mixed in. I've already got it in there and I'm excited. All right, going to do this one. I have such a mess happening. I've been trying to keep it clean as I go, but you know. I'm gonna do the inside first, so I'm just gonna dab it. And I don't want to, I don't know. This is actually my first time to do this, so I'm just dabbing down with my chip brush. I don't really want to wipe, because watching another girl, she said that it might pull the chalk paint. So we're just gonna dab. And we're gonna get it down, because with the texture, it does have little grooves you can get into. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I use paper towels, and I went through so many doing all these little pieces, but it ends up working out really well. I just use the paper towel until I get to a point where I don't think it's taking any off, and then I just get a new paper towel. Anyway, so I just went over dabbing. Again, do not rub, because you don't want to rub away any paint. If that even happens, I did not want to have to find out. So I just dab until I get it to the way I want it to look. And it really does take it off by dabbing. So look at that. I seriously wish I would have taken a picture of that thing once I got the legs on, but I didn't. I'm going to see if the lady will send me a picture that bought it, because I know her, and if she does, I will post it on my Instagram. I have an Instagram page and a Facebook page. You can find me at Ash to Treasure. So there's that vase. I'm sad it sold. Okay, to finish off these pieces, look how good they turned out. But to finish them off, I put a few coats of a clear coat spray paint Rust-Oleum, and it's matte, and that's just to protect it. I did 2 to 3 coats per item, but they turned out so good. And I ended up putting these pieces in a market that we had at our church for a women's conference. So there it is. I did so good. I was so excited. All right, so what did y'all think about how those turned out? I totally loved them. It's actually a ladies' conference at our church, and I got to set up a little booth, and I did really good, and I was super pumped because it was my first one to do since starting this. All right, I hope y'all liked this video, and keep watching, because I'll have more thrift flips coming up next week, hopefully. Fingers crossed that everything turns out good and I can get more videos going for you guys. But if you liked it and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and go check out some of my past videos that I've done, and just hit the like button on the ones that you want to show your support on. All right, I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye.